Hi guys, welcome to the Burning Question episode number 3. I'm just gonna wait for a few people to join us. And hi Seema, thank you for joining us. And I'm just gonna wait for a couple of people to join us. Hi Aditi, thank you for joining. Hi Vandana. Hi. Hi Ujula. Thank you for joining. So welcome guys to thank you Seema. So guys, welcome. We are waiting for my guest of the week who is hi Shweta whose question was the burning question of this week, and you know this program, it's called the burning question, your burning question. So this week we have Miss Priya Paul with us. She is, hi Priya, she's right here, and I'm just going to get her on so she can introduce herself and she can tell us a little bit about herself. Okay? And we're going to just get her on. Cool. Hi Sabina, so good to see you. Awesome. So just waiting a few seconds for Priya to get online and we can start this episode. Hi Priya,
Hi, Sangeeta.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So, congratulations, Priya, for winning the Your Burning Question of this week. We are on episode 3, and I think the people who are joining us already know what this program is about, so I'm not going to repeat that. But I would really like to start this with you introducing yourself a little bit, because I'd love for everyone to know what you do and where they can reach you after this program.
Sure. So, hi guys. I am Priya, and I professionally I am a business analyst. Apart from that, I spent my time into energy work and healing. I'm a bars facilitator, and I've been practicing access consciousness from past 4 years, and that's all about me.
Awesome. And she's an amazing bars facilitator. And along with that, she's also a Reiki master. And she also does, I love it when people come onto this program and say so little about themselves. It gives me a chance to say more about them. I have worked with Priya. She's amazing. She's an amazing energy pull herself. Like people just like flock to her, and she really knows her work well, guys. And she does access, she does Reiki, and there's so much more she does. I just read a little bit about what the new program that you were doing called about public speaking.
Yes.
It was
So
really attractive. Yeah.
yeah, so my new program, it is called as I Am My Speech, and it is mostly a training program where we hesitate to speak up and express ourselves. So
Awesome.
it's yeah, that's what about it.
Okay, cool. So, guys, you know Priya is on Insta and she's also on like almost all the WhatsApp group that you're with. Or if you're on WhatsApp with me, she's there. So, please feel free to reach out to Priya. She is based in Bangalore. So, if anyone is looking for sessions in Bangalore, you can just reach out to Priya. I have had an amazing. I still am working with Priya on various projects, and it's just a pleasure, and it's so interesting, Priya. I loved your question. And her question of the week today, the question she posed out, and which actually made me jump up and take it, was how do you move from competition to co-creation? And I love that question. And as I was thinking about it, what I also wanted to share was that between competition and co-creation, there is one little missing piece of not a missing piece, but there is a link that links two of them. One is so you go so from competition to out creation and then co-creation. Cool,
Yes.
awesome. So, what are your point of views about competition, Priya? Like, what made you
Uh,
ask this question?
so this has been like a self question to me from ever since I know. So I always like to help others, and I like to receive help from others. And this is what I used to feel that we can grow.
Right.
So so when I was child, I didn't had a definition of it. I just used to enjoy that. But then you know how our parents used to teach, like if you have a skill, don't give it away. But definitely if there is someone who is out creating, you go and see what is their skill, and you know, try to learn from them.
Okay. Cool. So,
So
is it fair to say that actually competition doesn't exist in your universe?
it does exist.
But you don't do it? Do you know that?
Not really. I so now I feel that it's very hard to move from competition to co-creation, because it's like I know that it's like a habit.
Okay. So the interesting thing is that in this program is based on the tools of access consciousness. For anybody who would like to know more about access consciousness, you can visit www.accessconsciousness.com, or you can reach out to Priya and me, and we'd be very happy to sort of update you. So the premises of access consciousness is that your point of views create your reality. So everywhere you have this point of view that you cannot co-create because everybody is doing competition, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And also that point of view that if you have a skill, you should not share it with somebody. Can you also destroy and uncreate all those implants and explants?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all nine shots, boys and beyond. So the interesting thing is that all of us chose this lifetime not by accident. When we chose to embody this lifetime, we chose it because we all knew that we had a gift to express. And when you keep that gift to yourself and you don't express it, you are actually doing the greatest disservice to you. Because your whole, your body and you're here to express that gift. And everything that doesn't allow you to now express that gift freely, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate at all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shots, boys and beyond. So I'd like you to get a sense of what you've been doing with your gift, like only being willing to gift it to, your close set of people or people you think are not doing competition with you. And now get a sense of allowing you yourself to be that gift and to let it flow to whoever is willing to receive it, which is lighter.
Whoever is willing to receive it, I would like to
Awesome.
give them.
With no point of view, right? So everything
Yes.
that doesn't allow you to be that, do that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all? I'm going to take a little break. My skydiving instructor is here. He's joined me. Joffy, I love it that you're joining me, and I miss you so much. The other day I was saying that I wanted to go skydiving again, and my whole family gave me really dirty looks. So I'll have a conversation with you right after this call. I am a skydive girl, that's true. And thank you so much, Joffy, for joining us. Oh my God, I made Priya disappear on that note. Okay, let her come back and we will continue this conversation. In the meanwhile, I really, really do want to bring this out, and I hope Priya can listen to me even though she's not on camera. Priya, I hope you'll get back on. So what I wanted to share about competition is that as humanoids, uh, um, we don't know how to compete. Our greatest compete with ourselves, but we are extremely aware of the way this world functions, and we are extremely aware of how competition exists outside of us. Okay, and when the other thing that happens is because we are aware of it, we think we are doing it. So everywhere you have misidentified and misapplied your awareness as if that was you, could you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So actually, we don't know how to do competition. Like I said, our greatest competition is ourselves. And I can see Priya, she's asking to join the live again. So hi, Priya.
Hi, sorry, there was a power
No,
cut.
no worries at all. No worries at all. I wonder what that was. So, just before you, like when you got off and when you came, before you came on, I was just sharing this little bit about how, as humanoids, we don't really know how to compete. We are just aware that other people function like that. In this reality, competition is really real. But as humanoids, we don't know how to compete. As humanoids, our greatest competition is actually just with ourselves. Okay? But this reality functions on competition. And guess who we compete with?
The ourselves.
No, this reality competes with those who they think are already greater than them. So it's
Yeah,
actually
that's
by virtue of that, if anyone is competing with you, uh, you're already a winner. Do you get that?
yeah.
So everywhere you resist people competing with you and therefore resist how great you are because they've already decided you're great. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And what if you could use that to your advantage? Right? But very early on, when I started asking this question around competition, because early on when I got into Access, there were like a bunch of us who were CS and we were all doing the same classes. And I perceived a lot of that energy like around us. And I was like, okay, cool. What can be done here? Like, what question can I ask? And one of the questions that Gary gave me to ask, which I would also like you to play with, is what would it take for me to outcreate this? What would it take for me to also outcreate everything I am today and everything I've created up until now? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. And when you that thing that you said about not giving away your gift, like how much of that then creates the need for people to actually take from you because there is not a free flow of it, and the more they
Yes.
try to take, the more you become protective, but neither of them creates greater,
Yeah. True.
right? Because that's just with you then. So everything
Yeah.
that is, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. Also, one of the reasons, and I'm going to ask you, so do you have a point of view that if you give away your gift, someone will steal it and make it theirs, and then you'll be left with nothing?
Yes.
So everything
Yes.
that is, could you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. So I'm
And
going to give you the good, I'm going to give you the good news and the bad news after you say what you have to say.
sure. So one more fear is like non-acknowledging that I have, I have taught them this gift and they don't acknowledge me.
Okay, awesome, cool. So, the only time we require validation is when we don't acknowledge our own gift. Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Priya's, I think either her electricity went again or it came back. Yay, you're here. You're here. Could you hear me? Did you hear me? If you
Yes.
didn't hear,
Yes.
if you didn't hear me, then it's something that you really need to hear, but you're not willing to hear. So I'm gonna say it again.
Sure. Yeah.
So the only time we require validation is when we don't acknowledge our own gifts. So everywhere you're refusing to acknowledge your gifts, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and
Yes.
bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere you're looking for someone else to acknowledge you for something you're refusing to acknowledge yourself, could you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. When we know who we are, when we acknowledge our greatness, when we acknowledge the gifts we have, the potency we have, we couldn't care less if anyone else does it or not. If you are still looking for someone to give you that acknowledgement, then you don't believe that you are that potent, you are that great, you are that creative. So everywhere that's what's happening. Can you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyond. So who needs to validate you before you will claim, own, and acknowledge your own capacities, potencies, and abilities? Everything
Myself.
that is. Cool. So are you waiting for someone else, or are you the one you're waiting for?
So I get two answers. One is for myself and one is my mother.
All right then. So how old were you when you were invalidated by your mother? How old were you when you were being all this magic and you went to her and you went, look, and she went, that's not possible, you're not possible.
Yeah.
So how old was that, Priya?
Uh, so I get a story where my mother was pregnant with my younger sister, and I kept on telling that I will get a sister, and everybody like kept shushing me that no, you don't know that will be a brother for you, and I
Okay,
was very
stop,
confident.
stop, stop, stop. So everywhere, everybody invalidated your awareness and you gave up your awareness for everybody else's judgments. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. Everything you decided about you in that moment and everything you locked up in your body, would you be willing to give that up now?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. And everywhere you refuse to claim, own, and acknowledge that awareness so that you can make your mother forever wrong, can you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. Everywhere you're not willing to claim, own, and acknowledge your greatness so that you can do a fuck you to your mom for the rest of your life, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. So everywhere you want to be right about how wrong your mother is by never claiming, owning, and acknowledging your potency, while you know how potent and great you are, but you'll never claim it because you need to punish her. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Are you done with it? Do you want to keep it for a
So,
little while?
so right now it is so funny that when my sister was born, I was again like, since you said it, this happened. So
Oh. Oh, so everywhere you were acknowledged for that greatness and you went into the wrongness of you because they judged you for it, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
yes,
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere, everyone turned your awareness into a judgment. And you now, forever, ever since then, have been using it against you. Can you please destroy and uncreate that?
yes,
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you're using your strongness as your greatest wrongness, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
yes,
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And I'm not here to take it away from you if you don't want to give it up, okay, honey? It's just about getting you like aware of how you're functioning. And if
yeah,
you totally don't want to give it up, it's totally yours to keep. But if you're willing to give it up, we can totally do that as well today. So, what have you made so wrong about you that is actually so freaking strong about you?
yeah,
And everything that doesn't allow that, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
yes,
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So cool. So as I was saying, that actually humanoids don't know how to do competition, but they are so aware of competition around them that they think they are doing competition. And like I said, people only do competition in this reality because they've already decided that you are greater. So everywhere you're aware that they've already decided you're greater, however, you refuse to be that greater and you're using this against you. Can
yeah,
you please destroy? And everywhere you're using that information as a wrongness because you've already decided that if I am aware and if I am that potent, then I'm wrong. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and
yes.
wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyond. So truth, how wrong are you? A lot, a little, or megatons?
A lot.
You want to say that 3 times for me, love?
Yes, I am wrong. A lot. A lot. A lot.
I am wrong, I am wrong, I am wrong.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
So all of the implants and explants, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you were implanted and explanted with this so that you're never strong, you're never potent, you're never fucking powerful. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So, what do you love about being so wrong? Ah, what is that? That.
The pittiness.
Ah. So, everywhere you'd rather be a victim, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you're being a victim and actually victimizing your mom, can you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yeah.
You're allowed to laugh at this one. It was kind of
Yes.
funny.
Yes, it was. It suddenly made sense.
So everywhere you'd rather be a victim who victimizes her mom. So the thing about victimizer is the person who pretends to be a victim is actually the victimizer. Have you noticed when someone is being victim, no matter what you do for them, it's never enough, and you end up getting victimized.
Yes.
So the victim is actually the victimizer. So everywhere you're being the victimizer while pretending to be the victim, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And it's cool. If it's fun for you, like I said, you can keep it. But if you've had enough and you'd really like to step into like being the greatness of you, because let me tell you, and I've said this in all my programs before this as well, that nothing is the same anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, the world has changed and how you've been functioning does not apply anymore. So it's totally a choice. If you still would like to function from your old reality, which does not even exist, by the way, we've jumped tracks, so that past doesn't exist. Could you please destroy and uncreate everything that does not allow you to choose something else?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. So the thing about I do want to go back to that thing where you said, like, if I give away my gift, somebody will copy it, not acknowledge it, make it theirs, right? So here's the bummer. The good news is there is no idea that's never been done before? Nothing. Okay? Nothing. Nothing. There is no idea floating in the world that's never been done before. And ideas are floating all over the world all the time. And I read this in Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. It's one of my favorite books. I really would like to invite everybody who's listening to me now in the future. If you can get your hands on this book, it's called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Do read it. It's all about creativity and it talks so much about this. There are ideas floating in the universe. So, number one bummer is that there is no idea that's never been done before. None. You are the unique ingredient with that idea. It's the way you do it that makes it yours and special. And that's, you are the USP. Everywhere you're not willing to be the USP, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. There are a gazillion painters and a gazillion singers and a gazillion dancers. It's how it's when they add themselves into that performance or into that speciality or into that writing or into that song is what makes it special. It's not the song. It's not the idea of being a singer. So everywhere everywhere you've made the idea or the gift greater than what you bring to it, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys and guns. It doesn't matter. Everybody makes bangan ka bharta. It's the way you make it that makes it taste different. It is when you put your energy into it that makes it taste special.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I just finished the bangan ka bharta today.
Well, it was also made in my house. What did I know?
Oh my god.
How does it get any better than this and what else is possible? None of us are psychic at all, right?
No, exactly.
So everywhere you're not willing to see that you are the USP, you are that special ingredient, you are the magic. Can you please destroy and uncreate it all? Not what you learned, not what someone taught you. It is the way you do it. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Now, Priya, that you know that you're the special ingredient, can anybody really steal you? Can anybody do it the way you do it?
No.
So now, would you be willing to just flow your freaking gift? It doesn't matter, right? Everyone is doing the bars, babe. Everyone is doing the foundation. It's the way you do it. And everywhere we have this point of view that if people are not choosing us, they're going to someone else, and there is only that many people who can choose the classes. And if you're like stealing my client, and if they're not coming to me, they're going to someone else, and I'm losing out on that. That's this reality's biggest lie. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. There are billions of us on this planet. Who is looking for you and who is looking for your energy? And everywhere you've decided that there is only this X amount of people that you can deliver to, and you're not willing to open yourself up so that everybody in every corner of the world that's looking for your light can find you. Can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you're not willing to let your light shine so that they can find you, can you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. There is no two you. There is just one you. There are a lot of Priyas, but there is only this one Priya. There are a lot of Sangiitas, but there is only this one Sangeeta. There is no way I can have this same engagement and the same exchange with anyone else. It's never going to be the same. It's your energy and my energy that creates this. Are you willing to receive that? Are you willing to receive?
Yeah.
And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and nuts. What if your only competition was with you? What if it was only fun for you to be greater and to be better than yesterday? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. So I want to do a little exercise with you, Priya. So I want you to go back to when your mother was pregnant with your sister, and you knew that moment before you were made wrong, when you knew in your gut and you knew in your stomach you're going to have a baby sister. Can you go back to that?
Yeah.
Cool. Can you reclaim all of that now? Bring it here, now. It's not gone away. You just shut it down. Can you open it up and amp it up? And let it fill your entire body and let it flow out of your body. You see how painful it is when you contain that energy in your body, and when you let it go and when you let it flow, how much lighter does it get?
Yeah, it's like
Does
my
it get
heart is opening up.
does it get lesser or does it get more?
I feel lot space.
And I also want you to know and also perceive, is this an abundant universe or is this a universe of lack?
It is an abundant universe.
Do you really know that, or are you just saying this because this is the right answer?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, awesome. How does it get any better than this? And what else is possible? For all of you who are watching me, if you'd like to get a sense of how abundant this universe is, ask for all the energies in the universe to start contributing to you, and allow that energy to go through your body, like from the front of you, out the back of you, and from the back of you, out the front of you. Just ask for that and just notice whether when you pull this energy or when you flow this energy from the universe through you, does it get lesser or is there even more to pull and more to flow? Yeah. It's an abundant universe. There is no lack in this universe. So all the lies and inventions of lack that you are using to create the competition, to create the separation, and to create the hoarding of your gift you are choosing, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Awesome. This is freaking cool. How are you doing, and how's your space now? Is there anything else that's coming up for you?
Um, Not really. Even my grandmother is also coming to my space because she was also there. Yeah, even she made me wrong, and she also shushed me that, yeah,
So
but
everywhere
it's
you're
nothing.
defending, so everywhere you're defending for and against your grandmother, and for and against your mother, and for and against the rest of your family who made you wrong for your awareness. Will you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh so there's this really beautiful question by Aditi. She said, "Well, Einstein discovered the law of gravity. So do you mean that it existed before?" Yes, it always existed. Otherwise, we would be flying off the grid. We would be like in space, flying into space. So gravity was always there. It's just that Einstein was willing to listen to the whispers and willing to listen to the universe when the universe was trying to tell someone who would hear that, hey, you know what, there is this thing called gravity, which is why you're standing on the planet. And he heard it, and then he became famous about it. So what are those ideas that are floating around, looking for people who can actualize those ideas into the world? And what if you were willing to listen to those whispers when it knocks on your head? No one's See, you see, the thing about ideas is it will knock on your head. If you ignore it and you dismiss it, it will go to the next person, okay, to get actualized, because ideas are here to get actualized. So it's either you actualize it or someone else will, but ideas are here to get actualized, and it's a constant creation. This world is a constant creation, so lots more ideas are going to keep floating. And one of the exercises that Gary gave us, and I think that's worked really, really well for me as well, is that when you get an idea, guys, don't dismiss it. Actually make a little notebook, write down all your ideas. Every time an idea comes, no matter how insane, no matter how non-linear, no matter how impossible it is, just write it down. And then tell that idea, hey, is now the time for it or later? Because sometimes some ideas are so insane that they are for the future, and then we create it now in our excitement, and then they don't materialize the way we are expecting it to, and then we think we failed. But actually we were just before time. So everything that is, and everywhere you've done that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. If you would ask your idea to sort of knock on your head when it's time to get actualized, you'll suddenly remember it at that time, and you'll suddenly start asking those questions or start moving things for them to get actualized, because it is the time. So would you be willing to work with the universe, work with your awareness instead of against it? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. So, do you still have the idea that your ideas can be stolen?
No. And this is the first time I knew that working with universe, but I think today is the first time I received it.
Awesome. How does it get any better than this, and what else is possible?
Yes.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So, coming back to your original question of how do we move from competition to out creation? Competition is a lie. Competition comes from the space of they're greater than me, which means I've already decided I'm lacking, which is the greatest lie. Would an infinite being truly be less? Would an infinite being never be enough? Would an infinite being really not be able to create whatever they're asking to create? No, right? So that's the biggest lie. And when we operate from competition, we go into the space of taking versus the gifting and receiving, which is the natural way for us to be, which is the natural way for the earth to be. Okay? Cool. Awesome. Have you ever seen two trees fight? Like, oh my God, your mangoes are greener than mine. How? Have you ever seen two trees fight? Like, oh my God, your jamuns are more famous than my apples. Why? Right? What if we learned from nature? What if all of us are unique, all of us are different, and all of us, when we add us into our creation, it makes it the unique gift that it is. And everything that doesn't
Yes.
allow you to today perceive, know, be, and receive that, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And also, what I would really like for you to know is that there are a billion people in the world, okay, but their receiving capacity is all different, okay. Those that can only receive from what you can give them will receive nothing from me. So you keeping your gift to yourself means that many people don't get to receive anything.
Yes. Yes. Right.
So today, would you be willing to allow the spotlight of the universe to shine its light on you? Are you willing to like be seen?
Yes.
And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right
Yes.
and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. I also want to do one little thing with you. I want you to go back to when everyone in your family made you wrong and you contracted and you became this. I will never speak my truth again. I will never know what I know. Everything that is, can we please give that up first? Right,
Yeah.
wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. And now go back to that situation. No, we can do this. And watch them all judge you. And instead of doing this that you did, the contraction, expand. Receive the judgment and be more of you. Go like, yeah, nice. You think it's a boy, but I know it's a girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
that. So everywhere you avoided the judgment and closed yourself off, would you allow the judgments to flow through you and out the back of you? And be
Yes.
more. Like, be more. In the face of judgment, amp it up. In the face of judgment, amp it up. Never give yourself up. In the face of judgment, amp it up. So be that at that age when you knew. What if you were this stubborn, rebellious girl who said, I don't fucking care, you can judge me, but I know what I know? Can you be that now?
Yes.
More, more, more. Explode if you must.
Yeah.
And what if you chose never to give this up? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Now, anytime you're not this space that you just stepped into, you're not being you.
Yeah.
Anytime you're not this space, you're not being you. And once you know this space, it's very easy to have this again and again and again and again just by asking the space of you.
Yeah.
This is you. Okay, awesome. How does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? So out creation, greater, what I will, out creation, from competition to out creation. My only competition is me. When you perceive competition outside of you, smile. They're making you money. Awesome. How does it get any better than this, and what else is possible? And amp it up
Yes.
even more. Be more of you. Be more of you. Don't give up. Okay? And when you don't buy into competition, when you don't buy into their reality, you make something else available for them. Please remember, it only takes two people to agree to a point of view for it to become a reality. When you perceive the competition and you're like, that's such an interesting point of view, and everywhere I'm doing something that allows that to exist, I destroy and uncreate it all. So everywhere you've made it real, everywhere you made it solid, and everywhere you have a point of view or a belief that allows competition to exist, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. So that's competition, out creation, to be greater than I was yesterday, to create greater than I have created up until today. Yeah, that's out creation. Are we clear on these two? Because then I can talk about co-creation, which is the
Yes.
third part of your question.
Yes.
Everywhere you don't allow yourself to perceive, no, be, and receive that your only competition is you, and the only one you want to outcreate is you every day. Can we please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
So Priya, everything you've decided you are and what your gifts are up until today, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Can we let that go? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. But energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you and your body be to outcreate whoever you have been up until now and have greater, create greater than yesterday? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad,
Wow.
pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Now the thing with co-creation is very interesting. It's actually a little longish topic, but I'm going to give it to you in short. Most of us want to co-create with people we like.
Yeah.
Everything that is, can we please destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. When we decide who we like, we actually separate from a whole lot of energies that can contribute to us, but we don't necessarily have to like them. And this is something that I discovered earlier on this year. I had made a demand in my world and I started co-creating with people. And it's not that I don't like them, but I really started co-creating with very new people I'd never worked with before. And it's created only greater and greater and greater for me. So I'm going to run one clearing for you. Everywhere you've decided that people you like are like you, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And everywhere you're only willing to work with people who get you, can you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You don't have to like people to co-create with them. What you
So,
need to do, ask me, and then I'll let you know.
so the thing is that if that's what it is, but there are many people, they also have the same point of view. So if I approach them, they will not be willing to work with me or co-create
Yeah,
with me.
I'm going to give you another trick of the trade. I never approached anybody to co-create. Never. I asked for, and here's the thing, okay? And this is gold, you guys. I charge a lot for my sessions, and you're getting it free. So how does it get any better than this? And what else is possible? And please be thankful to Priya because she brought this question up. So Priya, here goes. What energy, space, consciousness, and choice can you be to demand greater in your life and allow all energies that will give you more of you and allow you to create greater to start showing up in your life with total ease, joy, and joy? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Who or what can I add to my life today that will allow me to create greater today, tomorrow, for the future, every day, for all eternity? No definition as to who that should be, what it should be. When I'm asking to create, when I'm asking to add to my life, it can be any person, it can be any energy, it can be anything. It can even be just one object that I buy and place next to me. Are you willing to allow all energies that will give you more of you and allow you to create greater to show up in your life with no point of view? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And that you said, that if I approach someone and they have the same point of view, well, they can't. Those people with the same point of view are only showing up in your life because you have that point of view. So everywhere you have the point of view that people will only want to work with who they like, and that you can only work with people who like you and who you like, can you please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What if you really didn't have to like anyone you worked with?
Yes.
You just had to have, or your energies had to just contribute to each other. What if you never have to like anyone to contribute to the other person? And I know it doesn't sound linear and it doesn't like, it seems like an impossibility, but I've chosen it and it's showing up in my life. And everywhere you're not willing to allow those people to find you and reach out to you, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. But what do you have to say yes to for this to be possible? What do you have to claim on and acknowledge about you for this to be possible?
So the answer is just be me.
More of you, yes, me,
Yes.
and more of you, and acknowledge your gifts.
Yeah.
No
be allowing.
apologies. Be you with no
Yes.
apologies.
Yes. Yeah.
And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyond. So, my question for you, I would leave you with this question. What can I add to my life today to create greater today, tomorrow, for the future, and for all eternity right away? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pock, all nine, shots, boys, and beyonds. And with that, I have answered your question, your burning question. If there's anything else that's coming up for you, if there's anything else that you need clarity with, I'm happy to address it.
No. So whatever you have said, yeah, it really made sense. Most of it, like, what if we don't have to like each other and still we can co-create? And working with the universe, these two are like, it just changed something in me right now.
Yeah. So everywhere,
Thank you for that.
you're so welcome. And listen, the idea is all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Comes and ease, joy, and glory. It comes to you. Let these energies find you. Your job is to pock and pot anything that doesn't allow you to receive those energies and to say yes when it shows up.
Right. Yes.
Just we say no because it doesn't look like what we think it's going to look
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but what if you
Yes.
didn't have any idea of what it's going to look like?
Exactly. Yeah.
You watched the episodes with Ryan and me. It's nothing short of a miracle how we just just kind of met, and it sparked. He had an ask in his universe, I had an ask in my universe, and he was ready. He said yes, I said yes, and the universe just put us together. It was insane.
Yeah.
So are you willing? So all of you who are listening to us today on this program, are you willing for more magic to exist in your life? And are you willing to ask for miracles? Are you willing to stop looking for solutions and actually ask for miracles? What if they're just waiting to be asked? That's it. They're just waiting. They're just waiting to go like, wait, Priya, can you just ask for me? There are these miracles all around you. And like, Priya, can you just ask? And then I'm just gonna pop my head, and all you have to do is yes.
Right. Yep.
Everything that doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we please let that go? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Cool. Nice long deep breath.
Yeah.
And now. Everywhere you operate from here, Priya, from the head, can we please destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yes.
You have an entire body that is willing to contribute to your whole creation.
Yes.
Your whole body. What does it know? And what can it contribute to you? And now my question to you is, how much of your body can you add to your life today that would allow you to create everything you've been asking for? And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shots, boys and girls. I'm going to do something really sneaky over here. We started talking about the body, guys. If you're watching us, I have a Right Body for You speciality class, a one-day class coming up on the 13th, which is a Saturday. And this amazing woman here is hosting me. So please reach out to her. It's a Right Body for You spotlight on weight. And we will be talking about how much we separate from our body when we judge it, and what that creates in our body, how many inventions have we locked in our body, and how if we just received our body and if we just allowed our body to contribute to the creation of our lives, we can create so much greater. Your body is the best friend that you never say hi to.
And can I add something?
Yes, please.
So I have attended her Right Body for You class, and before that, I didn't even know that, oh, I can work with my body also. I really didn't know that. And it really opened up another space for me. And like, it's still working on.
Yeah. How does it
I
get
would
any
say
better
that.
than this, and what else is possible? So, would you be willing to use your whole body? You have this amazing body, and let me give you a secret, because you're a woman, you also have a couple of things that can actually control the 50% of the population, which are your beautiful boobs and your vagina. And I know if it's shocking you guys who are listening to you, but it's true. Just by virtue of being a woman, Priya, you have the ability to control 50% of the population. Would you use it to your advantage?
Yes.
And everything that doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good
Yes.
and bad, pod and pock, all nine shots, boys and beyonds. Guys, don't worry. When we get a guy onto this call, I will also give the guy's side of the perspective and all the plus points that you guys have as for being men. So it's not just women. But yeah, for now, this is it. And I really, really, really invite you to. This is one of the ways to move from competition to out-creation and then to co-creation. Because once you learn to co-create with your body, you can co-create with anybody.
Yes.
And everything that
Wow.
doesn't allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all? After all, you're asking to.
Yes.
And you can also co-create with beings without bodies, and that's a whole different topic. And we can pick that up in another your burning question. But yeah, it opens up the door to so many things that becomes
Yes.
possible.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you guys for being so patient. This episode probably has been the longest one, but I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful for your question. For those of you who are part of your burning question, I just want you to know it's not that I don't like your questions and that's why I don't take it. I genuinely just tap into the energy that will create greater for everybody in the group and everybody who's listening now and everybody who's listening in the future. And that was the whole idea of showing up, stepping up, and being a contribution. And so it's not that I don't like your questions, but here is a tip. If you want your question to be the next burning question, start asking, what can I ask today that will create greater for me and for everyone from the kingdom of we? And yeah, and you could be the next your burning question of the next week. So thank you, Priya, thank you so much, and thank you everybody who's watching. I am so grateful for you, and thank you for being here, and thank you for hearing both of us
Thank you, Sangeeta.
have this episode.
Thank
Yeah,
you, everyone.
thank you,
Bye bye.
thank you. Bye. See you.